I would like to introduce the guests here. We have a legend in the making, Ms. Meena Longjam, the director of the film. We also have Ms. Jenny Vishwanath, executive producer of the film, and the actor, leading actor, Levi Panjoba, is also with us today. Uh, Before we open the floor for questions and discussions, I would like to have the trailer of the movie played here, please.
Don't have too much in the way of support. Anyway, it's on TV. It's so illegal.
Ginay sudah buat dan sana masih saya pahangan lelang apa apa ya Andro kisu sana masih ini sana kita anda mana ini kita anda mana
Pozi angang wite sana ko din ay dum sana gini wasi yung pala so yung pozi yung pala nila kan club wa na diba do ni
Ôi, rồi để cái đó mau mùi cái này quá lấy trong tàu tộc ra rồi là gì sao nó có tàu tộc ra muốn xí ra
Mumit ka na ni Gimato, i-chay na todo abang ko na kung tawin. I-chay na handa, abang sila, dahil kung na may feres mo.
Kaya ako semua sila aku cuma sila di domba kan perkota di jiwa sila sila lagi
Thank you. The movie was just screened today, right? I mean, she was asking me, the producer was asking me everything whether I've watched the movie, but apologies, I could not watch it because I was specifically expert. Some of you might have watched it or perhaps not. Still, we will have a discussion on that. And this event is being live streamed across India on TAV's YouTube channel. So please try to speak on mic. Response. Before I go further, I would like to have a small synopsis of the movie. Andro is the love story of Libby, an old woman with a spirited soul, and her 3-decade-old football club that is battling economic challenges, a patriarchal system, and orthodoxy in an ancient village of Northeast India. Film captures the challenges faced by Libby, manager of Andro Mahila Mandal Association Football Club, in her 60s, and the story of Nirmala, the most promising young football player. It's a 63 minutes non-feature film in Manipuri language. And we have with us Meena Longjam. She's an illustrious filmmaker. As I introduced in my introduction, I was using the word legend. She's a legend in the making. She's the first woman filmmaker from Manipur to win a national award for her great documentary called The Auto Driver, right? In 2015. And I have gone through your profile also. You have you're an academician as well, and your stories are rooted in the soil of Manipur. So I would, as an introduction, I would like to you to have to share your journey as a filmmaker in the making, and you're a young filmmaker also. So can you please tell us what made you, what inspires you as a filmmaker?
Yeah. Actually, though I have studied mass communication from Madras Christian College, I had never thought I would become a filmmaker as such. But after finishing my education, when I returned back to Manipur. Manipur is often riddled into conflict, law and order situation, and sometimes what appears on the mainstream media doesn't really tell all the whole story of Manipur so much. So that's when I thought, what should I do, to tell our story, our the originality about what is Manipur, who is Manipur, and what is about Manipur. So it became a kind of duty of me, to do that. So I kind of became an accidental filmmaker, I would say. I chose, I think I fell in love with documentary filmmaking as such because I always love, the reality and, the people in real as such. So I kind of chose documentary filmmaking as my tool to, tell the story of people, who are unheard, who are untold, and who are mostly, not properly represented by the other media. So it became something like it became my inbound duty to do that kind of story. So yeah, I'm really happy that and how like that kind of journey, how I move, thinking that it is an accidental, but it led me to one subject to another, another subject to another, and I'm here now, again, meeting Naibi, such a wonderful person from Manipur who was silently, doing such brilliant work on bringing footballers, with very minimal support and with whatever she has, whether it's her, the sericulture or handloom weaving, she was doing. So it is just amazing to portray, in the form of the documentary Andro that I have done the research and put a story on for 5 years. I think I've elongated my answer more than you have asked. Yeah. So,
Oh, thank you for being elected. Filmmakers. Now I would like the executive producer of the film, Ms. Jani Vishwanas, to have her thoughts on what making or producing a documentary is not in business perspective, it's not very profitable perhaps. So what made you the producer of this film? Maybe share your thoughts on this and in particular this project and road trips.
Okay, Rajit, I need to give you a small background before I get into this. So if you don't mind, it's going to be as eloquent as Mina's answer. Firstly, this is not a business venture at all. I am actually a humanitarian, and just like Mina said, she is an accidental director. I'm an accidental producer. So it came to the point where this is my fourth film. The other three are feature films, and all of them are from the Northeast. And I entered into film production to encourage, motivate, and support those incredible talents who have the skill but lack the funding. And my only purpose was to ensure that their work is showcased and it's seen live. And commerce or finances or the returns was never a part of my intent, and that is very secondary. So I love art. I'm an artist myself. I paint, so I know how passionate it is for all these young filmmakers to bring their work on the forefront. And I'm really proud to say that every single film that I have chosen happens to be the right one, because all of them have done incredibly well. And Mina met me through some mutual friends. And just talking to her on the phone, I was convinced that she was very passionate. I mean, anyone who hangs on to a project for 5 years, you can't go wrong with that, you know. So she was incredibly determined, and I went to Manipur. I met Meena and I met Laibi there, and this was in November. I mean, just recently, last year in November. All I can say is I fell in love with that place. Manipur is incredibly beautiful. The people are wonderful, happy, and positive. I yearn to go back again and do much more than what I have done so far for the people and for Andro as a village. So, in one word, there is no commercial sense at all. So that's fun. There's the love of art.
Thank you so much for being the pattern of passionate filmmakers who make films with a social cause. Yeah. Now, I would like the actor of film lady Anshu to share her thoughts if she can speak in her own language and she can translate. Thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah, her thoughts on the film, her experiences in being an actor, leading actor.
Ay wakanda yang baik yang harau
She's saying that she's very happy and she's very honored that she's been represented through this our story that I've done, and she's really proud of that.
Now the floor is open for questions.
Good evening to the director, to the producer, and to the main actress in the movie. Congratulations for joining us at 54th EP, and congratulations to you, Madam Director, for the national award that you got. First question is how difficult, or I don't know whether it was certainly not easy, but how did you convince the girls, to join this project of yours? Because it's not easy, certainly, for them to come out to play football in the first place, and then also to convince them to join a project like this.
I would again use word organic. It's very organic for me because I have been filming on many women subject. Previously my two documentary, Auto Driver and Achobi in Love, they're all women based documentary, and documentary is such where you let your protagonist forget that there's a camera around you. So every time that's where all the chasing and all the following, this kind of words you'll often find, very much more prone in documentaries than in fiction, that you follow your character. How many years did you follow your character? Such kind of, terms you will find in documentaries. So it is like they are just doing their daily routine. I have to just go sit, just see, which angle I should film, or which angle is looking nice, or which angle, I'm feeling that there's something going on. So it's it's completely very organic. It's completely not very in a sense planned or artificial. So that's why it take many years to make such a story. So it doesn't. I don't have to disturb their game, or I don't have to disturb their anything routine. So it's just that whatever they're doing on the ground, if they're playing, I follow them. If they're riding on a vehicle, I follow them. So that is what I did. And in between, like as a DD and as a kids, we chat and we talk, and that's how I got interviews from them. Spontaneous. Yeah, yeah. And and that's why I always say to students, who want to make documentaries, I always say that, like you need to build relationship with your subjects. You cannot just go one time, just approach them and I said, okay, I want to make a documentary on you, and be easy on the camera. You cannot do that. You need to take time. You need to build relationship with them. You need to have that comfort zone where they started feeling that there's no camera between the subject and the camera person. That's how it works. Thank you.
How was it working with Madam Livy?
Nungai means
cinema pergi tu cinema dia bukan pakai mana dokumentari film tu betul apa cinema dan yang koi roi dong ni hai ram dari film mana noi ye dia kan gila history ge tapi di pas sana baca ge wari me ya tu betul kata ni bare na tu betul kira di betul ayam nah cip betul agak khas kalau tapi ya koi nama mana pakai tu apa cerita aku cerita bayangan mesti nak cerita ini kan yang saya
Yeah. What C says actually, documentary as a genre is a very different genre for anybody. Like because we tend to have only watch, we when we grew up we only watch all Bollywood film, all Ghana wala film all around in TV. So they hardly understand what documentary is. So when she's saying that when I first approached her and told her that I want to do a film on her, she said, you know, I have such, like this, my infrastructure is not really good. My house is not painted. It's so very discolored. How will you film something like this and, you think it is going to be nice? It's very, very raw. Documentary brings out the raw and the true essence, reality. But film to some elders or to general people, they all film that film is all glitzy, all colorful, very very rich content kind of thing. So she was she felt, a little, that time. But now she's saying after knowing that, through me approaching her, now she understands, the kind of film that I wanted to tell all about the reality and her struggle. Now she said she's very happy and proud and that the film was the opening of the film and that's what she said.
Any other questions, please?
Congratulations, madam. I only feel because you have made a documentary, it is a kind of a other side of the Manipur. It is such a great relief. I feel it should be shown in all the colleges and schools. It is very important for the efforts what you have made. It has to reach to the government. Keep it up and congratulations.
For the comment, any other questions?
One last question on a personal level, because we have all grown up watching Ronaldo and Messi, and they are, I mean, at least for the last 2 decades, they've been two of the most favorite. So among your girls, who wins between Ronaldo and Messi among the girls who were in the film?
Give you the last like
No, among the main characters, the players in your film,
yeah.
whom do they love the most, Ronaldo or Messi?
Both. They were both, like parties, one for Messi and one for Ronaldo. So you could see in the film, when they were watching the final when, with Argentina and like with Messi kicking. So some were really hooting and clapping and some just stayed, still because they were fan of Ronaldo. Yeah.
This is related to Khasi community?
Khasi is Meghalaya, sir. Yeah, this belongs to Manipur, and I think we have already educated enough to the world about where Manipur is. I think it's been running all over the news. Manipur. So I think, yeah, we won't be judged anymore. Anyway, thank you.
Glad to hear a regional language that also from northeast of India in this platform.
Yeah.
Festival. Like this.
Not as such, but we are, we are women, who are always, enriching and enhancing each other. So we always love and support each other so much that we really don't know how we see from a very different, community, like Andro, settled caste community. And I am more like Infalite, more city person. And Jani is all the way, she's from Dubai. And somebody should make a film on three of us coming together actually. So it's been just beautiful how, because all for the passion of the, because the only one thing that is common in three of us is the love for humanity and the passion that, hope, resilience, and passion that we have as a collective woman, that motherly feeling we have. So I think that's
Motherly feeling reminds me about the language of Manipuri. Do you feel that it's reaching to the international level, that the artistic sense of that language, because the language itself has got a very beautiful tone.
Yeah. Yes, I think yeah, definitely, like in a way, definitely, like we have a very strong representation in terms of art and culture, in terms of sport. So why not? I mean, yeah, we have on script or on language. So why not?
Proud of you
Thank you so much.
as a woman.
Yes, being here, everybody actually. Yes.
In fact, I was about to ask you the same this one as filmmaking has always been a kind of man's world. We have three women as a producer, as a director, as an actor. How difficult it has been your journey as a woman? Have you faced any such kind of
Yes, you have to always say, the naysayers, who I would say, like, I have never learned to bow down, or I've never learned when somebody said, you cannot do this, I will do that at least 100 times. So I'm that kind of a person. I'm very, in a way, not really rebellious, but for women who want to do what they want, they make it sound like she's a rebellious woman. But मतलब ऐसा होता है like तुमको कुछ करने की इच्छा है तो उनको like it's not nice to stop somebody from doing what you want, but and then intention it becomes that she is really rebellious. So ऐसे होता है वो कभी कभी, it happens. And I'm happy that by doing this documentary I end up becoming the first woman filmmaker to win a national award, became first woman to be a jury in a national film award, and first woman to bring this film at Indian Panorama. So anyway, so that gap, that void has been filled because nobody have dared to think maybe people did. I'm not sounding too narcissistic, I hope.
I think because it's also interesting, you're a producer. Yeah, as a woman, it's a male's world, so a male's world.
I think on a general level, not just to the film industry, but in many fields, we underestimate the power of women. I've been working on many levels, medical, humanitarian films. Like I said, in every field, women are the silent pillars of society. They work at home, they work outside, and if they don't spend enough time with their children, then the next generation comes out not as a gift to society, it comes out as a danger to society. So I think the responsibility, and most women, believe me, they realize and understand the responsibility they have towards their family, their community, and their society, which is why they slog and toil silently without rebelling too much. And there are many women working on the fields of villages in India who are far more capable than I am, or who work far more harder than I am, but for some reason they don't have the opportunity to come to the limelight. So my hope, my intention was to try and bring as many of them to the forefront as I can, and to help them a little in whatever way I can to build their dreams, and that's all I can say.
Thank you so much. Any questions? Any comments? Congratulations to the whole team.
Thank you.
Wishing you all the best for the wonderful journey of your films, and may you make such adventures and be part of such Yeah, please ask us.
मैडम आपको ये डॉक्यूमेंट्री बनाने के लिए जो टॉपिक है, जो सब्जेक्ट है, वो कैसे स्ट्राइक हुआ कि इसी सब्जेक्ट पे मुझे ये डॉक्यूमेंट्री बनानी है?
पर्टिकुलरली बिल्कुल ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं था, बट जब जब हमको एक न्यूज़पेपर में लाइब्रेरी के बारे में एक छोटा सा मतलब कुछ न्यूज़ आया था, तब मैंने सोचा कि इतनी ये तो बहुत बड़ी बात है। एक औरत लाइक 60 एंड अबव, वो एक फुटबॉल क्लब चला रही है एक छोटे से गांव में, एंड बहुत मतलब ऑलरेडी आई हैव मेड 2 डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज बिफोर हर ऑन वुमेन। तो ऐसा नहीं कि हम बस वुमेन में ही बनाएंगे, ऐसा भी नहीं है, बट ऐसा है कि वुमेन टू वुमेन कन्वर्सेशन ज्यादा अच्छा हो जाता है। इमोशनली वी फील वेरी कनेक्टेड, yeah, very comfortable. So it just fell on my lap. I felt like मैं उनसे जाके मिलूं, मैंने उनसे मिला, बात किया। उसके बाद मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आप कहाँ मतलब कहाँ छुप रही थी लाइक आपके बारे में किसी ने कुछ मतलब she need more motivation. I wish like we have come here, I brought her, I want the whole world to know that she's such an amazing woman. I just wanted to add that when she was born as a उनके सारे घर पे सब मतलब उनके जो सिबलिंग है वो सारे लड़कियां हैं। She's a fourth girl child. So just when she was born as a fourth girl child, her father completely felt that उसको discard कर दो, उसको मतलब another लड़की another fourth girl बोल के उसको like she was very disowned. But abhi dekho, she became the first matriculate of that village. She became primary teacher of that village, and because of that education she has started the football club. She has started a whole handloom and weaving classical center, and she's the she have completely revolutionized the Andro village. So I mean, it's like just wonderful. So I want whole India to the world to know that this such people exist. That is one my duty, by bringing the film. So, and inspire the image.
Such wonderful stories and inspirational stories. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations again. Use